Alright, so we've talked about the basic metrics and principles. So now I'm going to give you some tools that can actually help get the data that we've talked about. Alright, because without these tools, it's just information. We can't actually put it into play. So there's two divisions of analytics and data services. Okay, the first one tracks quality of ad campaigns. And this can really optimize your bot traffic spending. And then the other type is the type that records and analyzes in-app events. And these are tools that will aid you in refining your app to where it'll be making you money. So we're just going to go through some of these tools. And the first three are going to be the type 1 that track quality of ad campaigns. So the first on the list is Flurry. And unlike the rest of them, Flurry is actually a free service. And it's actually a hybrid service that does both tracking traffic sources and providing internal analytics. So some of the features that Flurry offers are active audience, session length as we've talked about, the source of your app's installs, session frequency, retention rates, audience segmentation, and conversion funnels. There has been some issues with people complaining about their tech support, but I mean, it is a free service, and for being a free service, it does a lot. Alright, so next is AppsFlyer. And AppsFlyer is capable of being used to measure conversions in in-app events. Alright, so it's known as a classic tracker, and it can calculate things like ROI, LTV, and ARPU, which we've talked about in the last slide. Alright, and it works with more than 900 platforms and networks. And these include whales like Facebook and Twitter. And AppsFlyer can also sort incoming traffic into relative divisions. And what I mean by that is it can sort it into paid traffic, into organic traffic, traffic diverted from your app's website, emails, wherever it may come from. Alright, so next we have the mobile app tracking, or MAT. And this is very complicated, but it does measure just about everything. It's extremely professional. It reports on all clicks and installs. And these are just some of the features. These aren't all of them. Calculates LTI, return on investment, revenue per install for each traffic source. You can actually track your users' behavior by group. You can create user groups. And it presents real-time data, which obviously updates constantly. And it also works really well with Mixpanel, which we'll talk about in a couple minutes. And MAT does work out to be more expensive than AppsFlyer, but it's kind of worth it. You really can answer almost any query or question with MAT. Alright, so those three are three that are used for analyzing ad campaign quality. Alright, so now we're going to talk about three more which analyze in-app user behavior. Alright, so the first we have is Adjust. Adjust it's a universal platform, and it can successfully attribute your installs. It can provide in-app analytics. It can gather data on your app's performance, and it does that with something called AppTrace. It manages reportings on clicks, installs, DAU, MAU, how much your product is earning, and it executes dynamic cohort analysis. So you can look at your audience, and you can actually slice them up into layers and manage them, compare them, pretty much any way that you can think of. Alright, so next up we have Mixpanel, and Mixpanel is looked at as top-notch. It's the most professional, dynamic, and effective internal analytics tool available. And what's really nice about Mixpanel is you can pretty much use it right out of the box without any kind of complicated configurations or setup. Alright, so this offers a ton of features. This list is in no way all of the features. It's just some of them. Active audience, session length, in-app events, and it's particularly useful because it offers the option of measuring retention for separate events, and that allows you to monitor how often a specific action is used after the first time. It's very similar to Facebook's built-in analytics system. except it goes even further by enabling you to track return visits using events. And it does a much better job than something like, let's say, Flurry. Alright, so you also have financial metrics, real-time data, and conversion funnels. And the last one on the list is Google Analytics. I know all of you know what that is. And it wasn't initially made for mobile, but they're really making strides even daily. So you can do things like track audience numbers, visit frequency, session length. You can look at demographics, user events, and different types of retention. Okay, so those are just some of the available tools. There's a lot more, but those are just some of the well-known ones. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the series and you learned a lot from it. And thanks for watching.